welcome back. We're finishing up our NECA Ultimate Animated Turtles. Last time we did Leonardo leads and Donatello does machines. This time we have Raphael is cool but rude and Michelangelo is a party dude. Finishing out the verse from the song on these great packages that are very VHS inspired. I absolutely love this throwback look. This is unique to just this set. As you saw earlier in the week, we posted that we started seeing these in Target now. They're sold out completely online, along with those Ninja Patrol reinforcements or Sinja Patrol reinforcements. Those are all showing up in Targets now. So this is your chance, if you missed them, to go out and get them. Of course, these are re-releases of the animated Turtles that came out years ago. These are packaged with different accessories, though, than that package. So you're going to get something different this time around. You're going to get those awesome little VHS tapes, so you'll be able to see the rest of those. But the packaging is the same from turtle to turtle. The color is changed to reflect the turtle's personality. So red for Raphael, orange for Michelangelo. You're still going to get those window boxes that we see on all the NECA figures that are Velcro and not magnetic, but it's kind of consistent. So I kind of like pairing these together because of the accessory here, the pizza cooking Michelangelo and the pizza dough face Raphael, and I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. But yeah, I mean, we got some great little tidbits that are on the back here talking about the individual characters. I want to see if there's anything important on here that I missed. Nah, it's just really nothing specific about the accessories. Last time they were kind of episode-specific accessories. I didn't know exactly what some of them were, and they don't really tell you. And if you look at NECA's listing on the Target page, it just says episode-specific accessories. So you really have to know all the episodes to be able to pick out where those exactly are from. These ones I think are a little bit easier to decipher, so we'll check it out when we open them up. So why don't we just come in close and we'll give you guys a look at these two great figures. I'm going to start us with Raphael here, or we'll just keep this sequential with the song. And we'll have the Angry Turtle himself. Again, I believe in the background, if you check this out, it is just going to be one of the sewer portals from the animated show. So there we go. We have our character here. So, of course, he comes with a pizza. They all come with pizzas. He's going to have a signature sai. Some weapon-holding hands. He comes default with fists. He has a little bird. I'm not sure exactly what episode this is from. He's going to have his VHS tape. It's going to be red. So they're keeping that consistent with the Turtles. He has a TV guidebook, and then he has his pizza face from when he got the dough tossed on his head. So we'll be checking out all of these accessories with the figure. Again, these have been pretty awesome. I haven't collected any of the animated ones for now, not because I don't like them, because I'm afraid I will like them too much, and then I'll have to have a room for 1,000 figures, because they've made pretty much every character so far, and every variant of those characters within the episodes. It's getting to be quite a list of characters, and you're going to need quite a lot of space. I like in December when NECA releases its annual sort of look at the line and shows you a tease for some new ones coming out, and you can see just how vast this collection is. So Raphael we got here does not want to stand on his own. Let's first get those elbows. I know I told you in the past I've had trouble with those, so you kind of want to wear them a little bit the first time you get the character out, and very slowly. You do not want to put too much pressure on it because it might cause the elbow to crack. And then it could cause it to pop off, and then you're in trouble because there's no replacement elbows for these figures. That's it. Like once you break a part of the accessory of the character, you're kind of you're done. So I'm just going to turn this arm in a little bit, and we're going to give it a little bit of pressure, and I'm slowly getting it to bend there. And now I got it. It should work from now on. So sometimes I've had that happen. I told you with the Sinja Patrol bot, it seized up and it just snapped. It just, I don't know if it melted during the manufacturing process. It just wasn't giving any, there was no give in it. But in this case, that's not the problem here. It just kind of was a little sticky. But now that we got it, I noticed these guys tend to roll back. And I think it's something with the ankles don't go far enough up. I could try to position the feet a little bit more because they go back a lot, but I'm not getting a lot of forward movement on the ankle. And then the feet just kind of make the turtle roll back a little bit. And I haven't had that with the movie line. It's only been with these guys. And it's kind of like you could see the foot there is at that weird angle. It just won't level off. And if you level it off, then the shell is kind of top heavy and it pulls them backward. So I'm not sure what that's about. I'll have to investigate that a little more. It might just be the ankle is having the same problem as that elbow. It's just not rotating forward enough. But I don't know, I'm getting pretty good rotation on the back end of it, just not, it's not going forward enough for me. So it was kind of consistent. I saw that problem with Leo and with Donnie. You got to kind of angle them forward a little bit. I'm not sure why. It's weird. But you know, every character is going to have a little variety in the manufacturing process, so you might not get the same sample twice. We got a standard pizza here. I want to say it's just pepperoni and or maybe sausage and peppers. Or actually, you know what? I take that back. Those look like sprinkles more than they look like anything else. Kind of weird. He's got his sai here. They're looking pretty animated. I like that. He should have, I don't see anywhere to put them on his belt. I think they just kind of stick them in the belt. He just kind of like, yeah, there's not a lot of room in there. I think you're just supposed to kind of like slide it in. The other characters had the holsters on the back. I think his are just, you just meant to like slide them in somewhere, because I think he just kind of slunk them into the belt in the show. So a little bit of a different look there than the other characters. So let me just pop open the rest of the accessories. We'll check these out. And we have a TV guidebook. Nothing to write home about. It doesn't open up. Just says TV on it. We have that red VHS tape. And we have his little, I want to say it's a parrot here, or yeah, I think it's a parrot. And then we have that pizza head accessory. Now this doesn't drape on top. What you're going to do is you're going to pop the head off. We'll do that really quick here and show you. And you're going to put this onto that ball joint. And now he's Pizza Head Raphael. So it's just essentially with the dough drapes on top of his head. So that's an interesting way that they got that there. So you don't have to try to fit it on the head. And that wasn't too bad with the head replacement, at least. That worked out pretty well. So for the issues we had with everything else, I want to say these hands are also weapon holding hands, but they're a little bit bigger. And I think it gives you the ability to do that in-hand grasp. I'll show you what I mean here. Where you kind of hold the sai this way instead of holding it straight vertically. You get to manipulate the fingers a little bit, but you see him do this in the show and in the comics, sort of a different grip. So it just gives you a little bit more a way to get some more agency out of the use of the weapons. For this purpose, I'm just going to put him in the standard hands here. So we have him with his sai. We can see what that looks like in the figure all together. So here we go. We have him in the sai. You get a nice range of motion with the arms here. So you could get a nice cross pose if you wanted to with the sai and get them crossed out in front of him, or you could pull them back, or however you want it. So I think they have a good range of motion with the shoulders that allow you to reach around despite having this clunky shell that doesn't have any give to it. So it's a nice design aesthetic in the line that I kind of like, that they have that ability to reach around, because not a lot of figures have that full range of motion. You'll see a lot of 6-inch characters, they just can't cross their arms in front of their body, and then it just kind of stops here. They get too clunky and they just can't make that extra like ½ an inch to close up. So that is the look at the Ultimate Raphael. We're gonna hop over and check out Mikey next. All right, we have our party dude here. Let's pop him open and check this guy out. My favorite turtle from the original line. I think a lot of people had an affinity for Michelangelo because he was kind of the goofball. And if you're a kid, that's probably who you associated most with at the time. So here we have our Michelangelo. He comes with a little silica packet. I think it's because he has a soft goods chef's apron. We'll check that out in a moment. He has his pizza. He has his chef's hat. He's got some alternative hands here with a thumbs up. I like that. Some chain nunchaku. He's got a little fish bowl with his fish in it. A little mini dragon. I can't remember that one there. A little doll or person. I'm not really sure over here. And then his VHS tape with orange. So they have it color consistent with all the turtles. So we'll pop out Mikey. And yeah, Mikey, would have been nice to see him with a skateboard actually, but that's the one accessory they didn't include. That would have been a little bit more universal. And I think he comes with some of the other versions of Mikey that you can get out there. I just don't think they included it with this version. So if you bought him the first time around, you probably got that. I think they tried to mix it up a little bit to give you something new, so you weren't getting the same exact figure that you might have gotten in the past. So here we go with his ankles again. They're in that nice curled state. We're trying to fix that. We're making sure his knees bend in both places. So he's got that double knee. We want to make sure we get that double knee working. We got that wrist, we got that bicep, and we got that shoulder joint, and then we got that head. So let's make sure our elbows work here. Too much hassle. This one has a little bit of toughness there. This one is slowly bending. Yeah, we got this elbow. Perfect. You kind of only really need like a 90 to a 45 degree bend to make it usable. Nope, this one is not gonna, this one is gonna give me trouble. I could just feel it already. Let's see. I'll give it just a little pressure. Yeah. Nope. Okay, that one I'm gonna have to work on a little bit. I do not want to overdo it because it'll pop and snap, and I kind of like Mikey. I don't want to break Mikey. So we'll get him again. I gotta really lean him forward. I'm not sure why they don't balance very well. They kind of tend to roll back. I'll get a little bend in the leg and see if that helps, but it just makes him roll back even more. Weird, huh? Look at that. Something about the center of gravity is just off on this figure. It just has a tendency to roll back. I think it's the shell. It's got to be the shell. It's just too heavy. All right, it's an interesting design feature. Okay, let's check out our pizza and our accessories here on the right. So this pizza, it kind of looks like licorice and I don't know, popcorn maybe. That's a weird one. He's got his chef's hat, which can just kind of drape on top of his head like this. And I think you want to get it this way because it has sort of a groove in the back for the headband. You got his very animated looking nunchaku here. 2 sets of those. You have a nice thumbs up, which is a fun little, you know, Michelangelo the party dude. So it's a nice little accessory for him. Of course, he's coming stock with his weapon holding hands, we'll call them, for his nunchaku. And then we have a whole host of other accessories here. We have his VHS tape. So he's going to have that. He's going to have his little Puff the Magic Dragon. I can't remember what this is from, but he's got this little guy here. He has this really cool looking fishbowl. Now, I think this is great for world building, particularly if you have the turtle play set from NECA, the sewer lair. And then he has this little, I don't know, kind of mechanical looking gnome character who has a hole in the back. I'm not really sure what the hole is for. It looks like he can attach it to something. Maybe his hand? I don't know. I mean, he can't fit his hand in there currently, but maybe the wrist can. I don't see a hole to connect a peg to put the hand in, but maybe once you pull the hand out, it will fit flush. We could test that really quick. We'll just do a quick little twist and pull here. And then, yeah, look at that. It fits. So you can fit that on the wrist and make it like a mannequin. Whoop, jeez. Make it like a mannequin, but that's really, I guess, or not a mannequin, I'm sorry, a ventriloquist dummy there. So, okay, so that is the bulk of his accessories. The only one we have left is that one in the silica packet here, and that's going to be the apron. So we'll see how this sort of fits on him. I think you're just going to drape this over the head. And what I like about this is, oh, no, you have to take off the head to get it. That's really disruptive. You're going to tie it around his waist, you're going to take off the head, and then you're going to set it on him like this. So it can set over and look like a nice real apron. I don't want to take the head off because it's just a lot of work. So yeah, you could set him with the apron, and then you could put the hat on, and then you could get the full effect of him being in his baking gear here, which is really nice. You get the chef Michelangelo, so it's a fun little additional element to him. Let's get those weapons in the hands and see what that looks like here. So you could have the 2 versions where you could have one in each hand, or you could cross it over and put it into his hands like this. If this will even cooperate with me, yep. And you can do the crossover. Now he doesn't have any holsters in the belt, and I can't remember if he did in the show. I think it was just kind of like, he always had them. You just never saw where they went. Traditionally, they went behind him. So in this instance, you could probably stick him in the side here, underneath his arm. There's some room there. Or he could just hold him. But yeah, I mean, that's essentially Michelangelo. I love the look on his face. he has that great smile. Raphael is a little bit more, you know, he's got that mean cowl on him there, looking tough, so that makes sense for the character. This makes sense for his character. Accessories I would have wanted to see is A, the skateboard, and B, a boombox, like a nice 80s boombox. That would have just taken it up a notch. But I do love all these VHS tapes, and they did a nice job on both sides. You can see the little white wheels on the back. So that is your look at the Ultimate Michelangelo. And that completes our look at Raph and Mikey, and that completes our look at the NECA Ultimates animated TMNT figures. Not Ultimates plural, I'm sorry, Ultimate. Ultimates, different line from Super 7. The Ultimate figure is going to be individually packaged here in this Pizza Club, as it says on the top, tile game pizza, not Domino's. So now we showed you last time Leo and Donatello. So please feel free to go check that video out as well. And now we have Raph and Mikey, so the entire set is complete. So yeah, I mean, you want to get all four, obviously. These guys are great. Or if you just love one, you know, get whichever one you want. But they're popping up at Target now. I think they're about $35 a piece, $34.99, somewhere around there they retail. So they come with a ton of accessories. You know, they're very well made, I think, with the range of motion, with the detailing, just absolutely phenomenal. So you're going to want to pick them up. Even if you haven't been collecting the animated figures, you can at least have the 4 core characters. So I got that arm to bend. It took a little bit of effort, very, very, very slowly. Again, be very careful when you don't have an arm bending on a NECA figure. I wouldn't say any figure, but I've had bad luck with NECA figures in the past with them snapping at the elbow when you just put too much pressure on it when it doesn't want to give. I find that twisting it to get different angles kind of helps, because it twists at the elbow too and not just at the bicep. So get that right angle and then start to very carefully and meticulously put a little pressure and ease off and back and forth. Wiggling it until you get it is sort of the method I use. You can sometimes heat pieces up that aren't working with a hairdryer, but I think that kind of fuses it more when it's joints like this. I usually do that for heads and the head plugs that don't want to open up to allow the head in. Makes it a little warmer, makes it a little easier to stretch, and you can get that head plug on sometimes. But that wasn't the case here. His head changed pretty quick. The arms, the hands changed pretty well as well. So it was just the elbow here on Michelangelo. So pick these guys up, pick up the whole set. Go head over to Target if you want right now. They're not available anywhere else. These were exclusive to Haulathon. NECA has re-offered products that it had exclusive to retailers in the past. Point in case, right now they have the Ultimate Shredder from Secret of the Ooze up on their website. That was a Walmart exclusive just a year or two ago. So these could be re-offered again for a third time. Who knows? But right now they're available at Target. So grab these guys, grab the set, grab a ton of other stuff at Haulathon. We showed you a whole bunch of turtle stuff from Haulathon. We were very excited about that. Some everything for the most part was just kind of, you know, repainted or repackaged. There wasn't anything drastically new. I mean, there might have been a couple items, but all in all, it wasn't the best Haulathon. So anyway, check these out. They're available now at Target. As far as what's up next, we're going to finish that Transformers line. We started with the MDLX animated figures, so we'll keep it on point with our animated theme. We looked at Megatron, we looked at Optimus, now we're going to look at Bumblebee, so come back for that. As always, like, subscribe, and follow, and we'll see you guys next time.